Hello and welcome to the Genuine Learning blog. My name is Melisa Galasso and I'm excited today to follow up on a blog we did earlier this year about revisions to the OMB guidance for grants and agreements. Now, it is not the big update we are all waiting for. That should be coming out as an exposure draft really soon. This is a final revision that is being made specifically to Build America, Buy America Act, which was in the Infrastructure Investment and Jobs Act that was issued late last year. So BABA, as many people are referring to it, has had some issues with respect to its guidance with respect to domestic preferences. And so earlier this year, we had a blog that we talked a little bit about some of the language issues in there. So in August, the OMB did issue final guidance to make changes to different parts of the Code of Federal Regulations here. So originally back on February 9th, they solicited feedback with respect to it. So they put out a proposed guidance, and then based on the feedback, they are issuing the final guidance here. And so again, this is going to be very specific to just the Build America, Buy America Act. But as we discussed in our prior blog, the issue with respect to domestic preferences was really around the verbiage. So the original text said, none of the funds made available for federal financial assistance programs for infrastructure may be obligated for a project, and here's the key term, unless all of the iron, steel, manufactured products and construction materials used in the project are produced in the United States. So none and all are very harsh, and construction materials seemed very broad. And so people were thinking like screws and nuts and things like that. Is that construction materials? And really all have to be produced in the United States. So we knew back earlier this year that the questions were coming in and there seemed to be a lot of confusion about how to apply this in practice. So not a surprise, OMB is updating the guidance in Title II in Part 184, as well as Title II, so 200.323, which is our domestic preference. And what they have done is they have provided better definitions around some terms, including iron and steel. What does it mean to be a manufactured product? What does it mean to be construction material? And so really the application of that domestic preference guidance in 70917C, which was that language that we just talked about. It also includes guidance on proposing and issuing Buy America waivers. But probably the most important thing is it moves from all to predominantly iron or steel or a combination of both. And it talks about some of the updated verbiage here. So they have provided a little bit of relief with respect to the Build America, Buy America Act and some of the, the verbiage there. And this is going to be effective for October 2023. So October 23rd of 2023 is when the revised guidance is officially going to be effective. So for those of you who've been kind of waiting, we did see that in the 2023 compliance supplement, they did update Part 3 to perform procedures around the domestic preference provisions of the Build America, Buy America Act. So hopefully this can give auditors some guidance on how to interpret the guidance and to determine whether everything is being properly followed, as well as that additional waiver guidance. All right, so that is a wrap on this week's blog. I hope that you found it helpful, especially for those of you who are in the middle of the single audit season. We are really knee deep in it right now. So hopefully this can be useful to you as you move forward. So thank you guys so much for joining me today, and I hope to see you on a future blog. Have a great day, guys. Bye-bye.